it was a bunch of like feelings. It wasn't like just one specific feeling. It was like, oh, I'm really excited, but I'm so nervous. Completely spontaneous. We thought about it in like a minute, and then within 5 minutes, we're walking up to go pay for it. So it was like really fast. But you kind of noticed that there was like clouds and stuff in like the far distance, but like you don't really think about, oh, you know, because it's Florida weather, like it's kind of like in and out all the time. So I asked like if it was good, and they said yes. So I kind of just assumed that they knew what they were doing. I remember like on the scene of the accident, I remember looking down at my like fingers and being like, move, and they weren't moving, and I was just like, what is wrong with me? And like I couldn't figure it out. I remember freaking out and needing them and like wanting them by my side, and then like waking up and like seeing my dad, and because like at the time like I was getting sick, and they told like my dad if I get sick again, they're gonna have to put me back on like the tubes and stuff. And so my dad just like looked at me and like screamed in my face and said, "You need to stop puking." And I was like, "All right, Dad, I got you." Oh, it's there every day. It's just, I think it's been there ever since like, July 1st. So like I think it's like in the back of my mind all the time. Like, and every now and then it spirals way out of control and I notice it. But when it's just like the constant pain, it's like easy to put up at the back of my mind. Just become okay with it. Like, I wake up getting sick sometimes, just because I get overwhelmed with all of the, like, I just think I remember way too much. I went from one day, I could do everything by myself. I was driving, I was on the go. And then the next day, I couldn't figure out how to move my fingers. And then I couldn't figure out how to stand. The longest time I thought I was left-handed. When I first went to eat, I was like, they're like, no, you're right-handed. I was like, oh. And like, it's so crazy. But looking back at it now, like, I know which hand I use, and I know how to brush my teeth, and I can shower by myself now. And I learned a lot. And like, for like academics-wise, like I had to relearn a lot too. Like English and math are coming like slowly back to me. Just annoying, but whatever. Really, I think I've always been like a really positive person, and so like when I saw this happening, I was like, I need to just start moving. I need to like just do the little things, because otherwise it's never gonna get done. And then when I like would go, like I was in rehab for a while, so when I saw other people like really down and they didn't get up, I was like, I don't want to be like that person. I want to get up and stay up. I go to speech therapy in the morning, and then I go to an alternative school for as long as I can handle it, but normally it's like around 3 hours. Way more, less social. Like I like talking. I like talking a lot. So like now that I don't have like thousands of people at my school, it's like really weird, like very limited, and it's just not what I would expect. It's hard because I try to live like a life that I used to be able to go and do like certain things when I know I can't, when I like try, and then I just become like in pain, or like I'm just out of my zone, and it's different. My mom and my dad try to make it like a big priority to like let me have a senior year, but it's so much harder when I have limitations and my friends don't. So I question things a lot, if that makes sense. I'm a questioning person now. I'm like, okay, if I do that, where will I be if I do this? What will happen if I do that? You know, like I'm very like concerned more, you know. So like some things that I probably would have done like before the accident, like, oh, you know, let's go do here. I'm like, who's driving? What's this? You know, what are these regulate? Like I put everything in like a scene. Like if this happens, this could happen. So should I do this or should I do that? I can't wait to get away from that like line of, oh, you know, like the main subject's always, how about this about the accident? How about this about the accident? So I can't wait for like it to die down and me just be Alexis, not Alexis Fairchild that was in the Parasailing accident. If anything, loved, like very cared for, because Huntington is such a small town. You would think, oh, you know, it's gonna get blown over, it's gonna get underwritten, but there's people not even from Huntington, but like from Alabama or Washington or like just random places, and I don't know, I don't think if I would have had that support, I would have been like as positive. I think that it was a big push, because in the beginning it was hard to get through it, and then like when you hear like and you see like everyone like coming together and caring, and it pushes you. I want to graduate high school on a walk with my class, the class that I grew up with. That's definitely in the near future, and I want to grab it. It didn't define me. I could have let it, but it didn't.
It's been hard. You have your up and downs. You go from not knowing the unknown. Not knowing what's gonna be the next day. You don't know how Lexus is even gonna come out of this. You don't even know who she is. So it's been a roller coaster for both of us, for all three of us, really. It's just rough to see her go from this independent person to having to suffer every day, going through the pain. To me, that's the roughest thing that we've had to go through, just watching Lexus. You go from the tragedy that we went through to where Lexus is today. You went from crying every 15 minutes to now you're able to cope with things and you're on the right direction. We met so many wonderful people that kind of, could direct us too. And it's just been wonderful as far as the help we have gotten.